Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about some interesting Forex pairs. As you all know, you know the vibes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please don't forget also to turn on the notification button so you get notified whenever I drop a video. And for those also interested in learning how to trade the Forex market like a pro, I'll drop my that in the description where you can be able to hit me up on WhatsApp, so we'll get along from there. Also guys, don't forget to drop your favorite pairs that you want me to analyze in our new video. For this week came with a lot of opportunities which I was able to take advantage of. For those who followed us from the last video I dropped, you will notice that most of our pairs or analysis played out right. The only thing, sometimes in trading, you might actually predict or analyze and expect a market to get to a particular direction, but you might not be able to take advantage of them because maybe the market left before you were able to understand what the market was doing. But overall, patience and consistency in trading goes a long way, and also discipline, because when you discipline yourself, you know that okay, this is what you're expecting the markets to do. It's not a must that you take every trade that comes your way, even though it is juicy. But all you need to do, you need to you stay disciplined, and you have patience in that particular trade. Sometimes you might see the trade and it moves your way, you can take it, then gain a lot of profit from it. But if it doesn't do what you understand, it is best advised to stay off the chart. Another thing also is your risk management. Once your risk management is intact, definitely you will be able to get, even though you get a loss in a trade, the next one or two trades will be able to cover up for the losses you made in the previous ones. Without talking much, on this particular video, I will start with the US30, which like I always do. So for this previous week, US30 gave me a lot of pips, and I love trading US30, but I love gold more. But the US30 is very, very volatile, so it's a pair that when you get your analysis right, it gives you a lot of profit, because no matter the lot size you're using, it gives you much because it moves very fast, and also the pip count is much than other pairs like probably the Euro USD and so for this one, I will start with the US30. I'll first of all tell you guys how I took this trade last week, and also what I'll be expecting from the coming week. So for this US30, you will notice that I was able to plot a trend line. I plotted a trend line from this point here. Let me go to the daily time frame. Sorry. So this was where I plotted a trend line on the US30, and I was anticipating that okay, if the market wants to go below, it should give me a sign, but if it's moving higher up, then it should also give me a sign. I remember in our last video I said that I am not seeing US30 breaking above this level anytime soon, unless we see a strong news, maybe like fundamentals, that will push this US30 above this level, because this is the all-time highs on the US30. So before you be able to break above this level, you need like a strong news in the market, probably in the US and some other things there, because of the stock and indices in there over there, before you be able to break above this level, which we didn't have any of those, and we already started pulling down before NFP, because if we were around this level before the NFP, we might probably see a break above this level. So this was where I was able to plot my trend line, and the trade I took was on a 30 minutes time frame. When I came to this point, the market broke below here. When the market broke below the trend line, I waited for a retest because I didn't take this trade. If you notice, it broke it with a sharp trap move to the downside, and which I don't take. I don't take this kind of trade because I'm not an aggressive trader. I'm I'm more like a conservative trader than an aggressive trader. But those who take trades aggressively would definitely take an advantage of this because it broke a trend line. But I patiently waited for the market to retest because I know since we are expecting a much bigger move to the downside, I need to have patience for the market to come to me and tell me that it is ready and I will be able to take advantage of it. So when the market came to this point, I saw it broke above this level little, then came down, retested it, and I took the trade on a 30 minutes time frame, in which it gave me a bearish engulfing. Market gave me a huge pips, which was over 10 ratio 1, getting almost a 11 ratio 1, risking 113 pips to get 1169 pips, which is very huge. But the trade wasn't a trade, it didn't go just in a day. It took me 2 days because I took the trade on a Thursday, but I came out of it on Friday. Remember, you guys, I don't keep trades over the weekend. Whenever I'm in a trade and I notice that it's Friday, I try to take out my trades over the time, then probably look for another entry when we get to a new week. So this was how I entered the trade, and I held it up to this point. Though I kept on shifting, moving break even. Whenever we break a new level, because if you look at this is a level here, when we broke it below this level, I brought down my break even up over to this point. When we broke this level, I still brought down my break even over to this point until we got to my take profit here, because of it's Friday and I took all my profits over this point. So what I'll be expecting from the US30 from the coming week is quite simple. Looking at the charts from a daily time frame, you will notice that it seems that US30 formed a double top, which is not too clean, but it looks like a double top over here. So what I'll be expecting from the double top, chart pattern has its own features or descriptions on how to take it. So it has its own guidelines. Taking a trend, a double top, you need to wait for a break, a retest of the neckline. And looking at it here, you notice that this is a neckline which it has formed. So I would wait for a retest of it. So going down to a 1 hour time frame now, a 4 hour time frame, I will need the market to retest this level. That's for when the market opens up next week. I will need a market to retest this level and look for another entry to the downside. I'll wait for a break below this level here, a retest of it also, and a continuation to the downside. So this is my first scenario to go short on the US30. The second scenario to go short on US30 is a quick break below this level here. When we break below it here, a retest of it, and a continuation to the downside. So these are my two scenarios to go short on US30. But as for now, I will not go long on US30 because we are having more of a bearish pressure on the US30 than a bullish pressure. So if you're to go long on the US30, I will kindly advise you to wait for US30 either to form a double bottom on this level, which is not so certain because we might just see a quick move to the downside, or a bridge above this level here, a retest of it, and a push to the upside. So these are my scenarios and my observation for US30 in the coming week. These two are scenarios which I will be able to see before I'll be able to take a short trade on US30, and this other one is what I will expect to see from the US30 before I will go long on the US30 in the coming week. But remember, we have a lot of movement that we'll be expecting from the US30. So it's not a trade that I will advise you to rush in. If we are to break below it, mind you, we have all this space to take advantage of it. So if we get to this level also, we'll still be expecting maybe the markets to start reversing to the upside or so. If it doesn't, we break below this level, we'll keep riding this US30 until it gets down to this final level which we have here. Let me use this black line to indicate it. So these are my observations for the US30. Aside this, I will try not to take any trade on the US30. So quickly I will go over for the previous week. I took only one trade on US30, which was more than taking up to 4 trades on US30 because of the risk to reward that it gave to me. So quickly I'll go over to my favorite pair, which is gold. So for the gold, I didn't take much trades the previous week. I only took 2 trades. Sorry, I only took 1 trade on gold from this previous week, which was even a very short trade which I took. I waited for a market to break below this level. So this was the start of a Monday. So I waited for the market to give me a pattern before I'll be able to take a short trade. Remember the previous week I said I'll be anticipating gold to go short than going long in the coming week. So for the previous week, when the market broke below this trend line I drew, I was able to take a quick trade and I held it down to this level that we have here. This was a point which I was able to take my profit, and if it actually went further, but I didn't take advantage of this little move push to the downside. When the market came here, it gave me almost a 4:1. I was able to take my profit, and that was the only trade I took from gold on the previous week. The other trade I was expecting the markets to, since we've gotten to this place, a retest of this, then a continuation to the downside. But as you can see, we had NFP on Friday, so we had this sharp movement to the upside, which I didn't take at all. I didn't take any trade from that NFP, so I was safe because I had wanted to go short on gold. So what I'll be expecting from gold in the coming week is a quick retest of this level, then a push to the downside, or when we break below it, a retest of this same black level zone here and a push to the downside. So what I'll be expecting from gold, it's not complicated. It's either it gives me a retest of it and a push to the downside upside, or a break below this level, a retest of it and a push to the downside. But as long over the week, probably by Tuesday or Wednesday, you might see what the market will be showing you also, so that you can know if the market is going long or going short for next week. So quickly I'll go over to GBP USD. For GBP USD, I took 2 trades, which gave me wins. For this previous week, I didn't take any loss at all. But the other week, last 2 weeks, I took 1 loss, and majority of the trades I took were all wins. So this week, the previous week, I took 2 trades on GBP USD. First was a break of this trend line and a retest of this line that we have here. So I took an advantage of this. It gave me a 3:1, and the next of it was when we retested this level, I drew also a trend line. This trend line were all drawn on a 15 minutes time frame. So when it broke up below it, also I took the trade, and it gave me almost a 4:1 on the GBP USD. Now when we got to this level, I was anticipating, okay, if the market will break below it and a retest of it, probably a continuation to the downside. But NFP was there also, and we had a sharp reverse to the upside. So what I'll be expecting from GBP USD in a coming week, so this is like a 4 hours time frame, a retest of this level, and a push to the upside. This is my first scenario to go long on on GBP USD rather. The other one is to kindly wait for a consolidation around this level, and a push to the upside. So if the market doesn't do any of this, I will not go long on GBP USD. But if I am to go short on GBP USD, I will wait for the market to break below these levels here, a retest of it, and a push to the downside. But for now, GBP USD is not giving me a clear direction of which the market wants to move at. I will try not to rush into any trade on the GBP USD, as I will be expecting and anticipating US30 and gold more than the GBP USD. Well, just like I said, within the week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be able to know where the market is actually headed on the GBP USD, so that I can take advantage of it. So lastly, I will talk about USDJPY. USDJPY and US30 gave me my most wins from this previous week. So these are the trades which I took on the USDJPY from the previous week. Firstly was a break when we were trading around this level. We broke above it, and it was also a trade which I talked about in the previous week, of us anticipating a break and retest of it. So if you notice that we had a break and retest of it, and also it gave us a mini double bottom on this level, which was on a 30 or 15 minutes time frame, and I took a trade holding it up to this zone here. So it gave me almost a 6:1 from the first entry which I made on the USDJPY. So if you look at it, this was a zone where I anticipated the market to get to, and when we got to this level, I was able to take my profits from the USDJPY. The second one I took was when the market still came and started consolidating around this level. So I was either anticipating the market to break above this zone, a retest of it, then a push to the upside, or a consolidation around this level, then look for an opportunity to go short on USDJPY, because it was trading opposite of what USD and GBP USD was doing. So I took a trade also, taking it down from where I was able to take my first trade. So the first one gave me almost a 6:1, while the second one gave me a 3:1, almost a 4:1. So for next week, what I'll be expecting from the USDJPY, it's a retest of this level, because if you can see, we have a trend line here. So as a guide, it gives us a guide to know what we're expecting from the USDJPY. So we might see, as we've come to this level, we might see a consolidation around this level, then a push to the upside, or you might expect the markets to break below it, a retest of this level around there, and a push to the downside. So these are my scenarios to go long or go short on USDJPY. For the previous week, I had a really good run on a good trades which I was able to take advantage of. Please try as much as possible to follow my analysis, and so that you'll be able to know what you should be expecting from these trades in the coming week. It's not a must that you follow my analysis, but once my analysis here, it serves like as a guideline for you to be able to know that, okay, even if your market, remember the trend is your friend. So if my analysis still favors a trend that the market is showing, it's okay if you do your own analysis to know if it aligns with what the market or the trend is given. So at that moment, you'll be able to have multiple confirmations or confluences for you to be able to take a trade. So this brings us to the end of this week's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also turn on the notification button so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video. And stay blessed, and see you guys next week.